Story not many people know. In 1971, Notre Dame and St. Mary's were in negotiations to merge into one university. Under the pretense that all would go well, one St. Mary's student was given the opportunity to enroll in Notre Dame's business school a semester before the university officially became co-ed. Now, when the merger deal went south, Mary Bliley was told her credits wouldn't transfer back to St. Mary's, and she found herself in quite the situation. And I'll actually let her tell the rest of that story. Mary, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Group of people. I feel honored that I'm part of the group. I'll get back to my story. In 1970, I transferred to Notre Dame as a business major. Then December 1st of my senior year, the merger, as you said, was called off. And so I went immediately to Dean Raymond's office, who is dean of the business school, and said, "What is going to happen to me?" He replied, "Don't worry, we are going to take care of you." I went home to the family ranch in Montana. I'm the oldest of 7 kids, and told my father that the merger was off. And he said, "Where are you going to graduate?" And I said, "Don't worry, they will take care of me."
Oh, and Notre Dame, they take care of their students. My mom's actually the oldest of 7 as well. And my dad, actually also a Notre Dame alum, he was here at the university when that transition started to take place. So did the male students on campus realize you were an actual Notre Dame student?
You know, Justine, I don't think they ever thought anything of me one way or the other. I was just one of the kids in the business program, and we all worked together, and they were great. During that time, don't forget, we had that whole cloud of the Vietnam War, which everybody was really concerned with.
All right, and I understand you had a conversation with the late Father Ted Hesburgh, and a really interesting topic: what prayers go to heaven first?
Oh, this is a great story. In 2013, I had some health issues, and Father Ted, and then I was going to Notre Dame in April. So my good friend Ann Thompson lit a candle for me at the grotto. And my husband was at Notre Dame that weekend, and he lit a candle. Ann lit a candle at the Vatican, and my husband lit a candle at the grotto. So I was back at campus in April, and I said, "Father Ted, which prayers get to heaven first, grotto candles or Vatican candles?" And he looked at me and said, "Mary, grotto candles go directly to the Blessed Mother." But Justine, you know what makes me feel so good now? Is that he's with her.
Yeah,
and he's praying, and he's praying for us. So I feel even stronger knowing he's up there praying for all of us.
Yes, he's definitely watching over everybody here at Notre Dame. And Mary, you really paved the way for people like me to graduate from Notre Dame. Take me to that moment when you walked across that stage as a graduate of Notre Dame.
It was one of the proudest moments in my life. I can still feel my heart just pounding like it was across the stage. And I earned my Notre Dame degree. I was so proud.
And what do you tell to women paving the way, maybe in their career or their field, their advice for moving forward after college?
That's interesting. I just say work with the alumni, and you have such a strong support. I always felt, I was in the investment banking business, and I always felt totally prepared for the rigors of the financial markets and investment banking. I believe that our Notre Dame education prepares you to do any career that you want, and that alumni will support you. I worked in Europe. I worked in the United States. The alumni will always be there no matter where you are.
And Notre Dame, did it play a role in your success? You talked about the Alumni Association and just the love that is going to Notre Dame and having that connection.
Yes, I totally agree. And now with the young, female graduates like yourself, it makes me so proud that I got to be the first one, and that now all the wonderful, wonderful opportunities that you guys have and that you're taking advantage of.
All right, Mary, thank you so much.